Hello everyone, welcome back to Karen's English Hub. So in this video, I'm going to teach you the next reading, that is a tribute. Okay, so that is of the Unit-4 a reading C. So whose tribute are we speaking about? That is a tribute to the greatest actor, Savitri. Okay, so as you all know, Savitri is a Telugu film actress in those days, was so popular. And very recently, in the year 2019, there was a film Mahanati, that was the complete biography picture, that is a biopic of Savitri, where Kirti Suresh was the actress in it who played the role of Savitri. So if you just read all these lines and all this text here, you will clearly understand that the complete life of Savitri. And also, if you had watched the movie Mahanati, then it would be more elucidate for you to understand. Okay, let us look at the early life of Savitri in this lesson, and also her professional career, and also the ending days. Let us get into a tribute. The Indian film industry has completed 100 years in the year 2013. So by the year 2013, Indian film industry has completed 100 years. Okay. So it is a fitting tribute to the world of cinema to recollect our favorite films, producers, directors, actors, and music, and art directors. So everybody, all the film producers, directors, actors, actresses, music and directors, musicians, and all. So it is very important for us to remember and also give tribute to all the greatest people who have brought this much of name and fame for the Indian film industry. Telugu audience are proud of many great producers, directors, and artists. As you all know, Telugu people, they revere and they give so much of priority to the cinemas. Okay, and they also have revered the producers, directors, and also artists. So coming to this actress Savitri, she is one such prestigious artist. Ever since she was 8, she evinced interest in learning dance. Later, she associated herself with the theatre. She formed a theatre organization as well. She had little difficulty in entering the film field. When Savitri was 12, she was offered a role in the film Agni Pariksha, but was finally dropped as she looked too young for the role. So here, Savitri was a prestigious artist. So here, ever since she was 8 years old, she started to become an actor. She was so interested in acting and all. If you watch the Mahanati movie, you can see when she was a small girl. Since then, she started to go to the dance classes, acting, the dramas, and all. Okay, so she first started to get herself involved into this film and all, and later she associated herself with the theater and the films featuring and all. Later, she also formed a theater organization. And remember, in the beginning of her film career, it was little difficult for her. The first role that she was given was, kind of an actress role, a side actress role, something that was in the movie Agni Pariksha. So in that, she couldn't do well. So immediately the director dropped her. As you can see in the film Mahanati, there were scenes between ANR and Savitri, where Savitri couldn't perform very well, and the director gets angry. Okay, so the same thing here happens. She was given a song sequence Ranante Rane Ranu in Patala Bhairavi. Savitri's part in it was brief, but the effect of her performance was considerable. Her expressions were beautiful. A lot of filmmakers recognized a potential artist in her. Here we can see, after the failure in the first film, that is Agni Pariksha, later she was given a song sequence. Okay, it was very brief, very short role. Okay, so that was a song which is with this lyrics. Okay, Ranante Rane Ran. Okay, this is the song lyrics. So in that song lyrics, our role was very short, but the way that she performed was very brilliant, and everybody considered that kind of acting as the greatest one. So at that time, all the filmmakers recognized the potential in her. So they understood how capable she is, what she can do, and all. Next, as a result, she was elevated to the role of a heroine by the noticed director L.V. Prasad in the film Samsaram that was released in 1950. So after that, after playing certain small roles, later she elevated. Okay, that means she has grown up to a heroine role position where she has played her complete heroine role in the movies Samsaram that was directed by L.V. Prasad. So on the sets, she was nervous. She had to repeat many takes, and this proved a setback for her. This role was given to someone else, and she was given a small role of less import. So here, when she was given the heroine role, she was unable to do that properly. She was unable to give that complete justice. So because of that reason, they had to give that role to someone else. She lost that role because she was so nervous she couldn't do it properly. Okay, so in the film Devadasu that was released in 1953, one of the best picturization of Sharat Chandra Chatterjee novel Devadas. Parvati comes alive in Savitri. So in the 1953, there was this film Devadasu released. The hero was ANR and the heroine was Savitri. So here the young Parvati with curly hair, a lock of hair, um, straying to her forehead, the large round back berry eyes looking out from an innocent face left an indelible imprint in the minds of all cine lovers. She portrayed um, Devadas' role and the role of a rich man's wife marvelously. Savitri left her mark in this evergreen Telugu classic. This Devadasu is a very evergreen Telugu classic. Evergreen in the sense people love to watch it even today. So in this movie, there were two characters, Parvati and Devadas. Devadas is a guy who completely and deeply in love with Parvati. And here the role of Parvati was so marvelous, where here Savitri's, the hair lock, the kind of her eyes, the eyes were so mesmerizing, and also the innocent face she had. Everything was so mesmerizing for the cine lovers. And here she portrayed Devada's love and the role of rich man's wife marvelously. So rich man's wife role was there, and as well as the lover of Devada's role was there. Simultaneously, she played very well. So here with this film, Savitri left her mark. So it was like complete a blockbuster for her. Now Savitri established her credentials with Ardhangi, that was released in 1955. She gave an exceptionally brilliant performance as a woman forced to marry a mentally retarded person who is ANR. She nurses him back to health. She also teaches a lesson to her in-laws who conspire against her husband. So later, she was given a role in Ardhangi with ANR. So in that movie, she has portrayed the common problems that are faced by the woman. So she was just like considered as the representative of all the women who were also suffering these type of things. So where she was married to a person who was not mentally well, so she tries to nurture him. Tries to bring good health for him, and finally she was successful. And also, she teaches lesson to the in-laws like mother-in-law and sister-in-law who try to kill her husband. Okay, so she had played that role in this movie. Next, Savitri captured the audience with her charm and magnificent acting. She was able to convey a wider range of feelings through her expressive eyes. So Savitri's audience were so charming and so magnificent because her face, the expressions, and the marvelous eyes. You can understand everything looking at her eyes. You can understand whether she is happy, she is moody, she is angry, she is disappointed, she is sad. Every expression is shown with the eyes itself. You can see the eyes that are seen here. See, it is just like hoping for the future, the eyes. You can clearly understand the meaning. So everybody was so interested to see her expressions. So her mischievous look, it captivates anyone. The look of fake anger provokes. The look filled with real anger pierces the heart. So the looks, like if at all any fake anger is there, that is kind of provoking look. Again, she also, if it's she is too angry, the angry looks from her, they just pierce the heart of the audience. So the looks are in such a way. The look of passion while watching for her lover, the pain filled look when her love fails, the confident look that seems ready to face any situation, all these married emotions are hidden in her eyes. So here you can see one look which is waiting for her lover, another look, the look of pain, another look, the confident look. So all these different looks she has expressed just with her eyes. So here we can clearly understand whether she is angry, confident, waiting for her lover, that this. Now, the dimensions are endless and pages can be filled to describe the magic spell of her eyes. So you will have to write a book if at all you want to speak anything or express anything that is related to her eyes. Okay, so her eyes are that magnificent. Okay. Now, Savitri's amazing talent was in full form in Misamma. So, by the release of this Misamma film, she has become very good actor. She has forgone of all the nervousness that this is a hit comedy that established Savitri's place firmly as a star. So in Misamma, she had played a comic role, so which was kind of a strong, kind of actress picture, which was there in the minds of every cine lover. So Mary in the film comes into an agreement with a Hindu youth, that is NTR Nandamuri Tarak Ramarao, to pretend as a couple in order to get a job in a school. So Mary was a Christian to the core, whereas Rao was a tolerant Hindu. What results is the 3 hour pure comedy for the audience. So now NTR wanted to get a job in a school. Now, the job was only for the people who get married. Now, what happens is, Misamma, that means here Savitri had to play the role of a Hindu, but her role was Mary actually in the film. That means she was a Christian. So she was kind of core Christian. That means like complete Christian, where she couldn't, act that comfortably. But here NTR was a tolerant Hindu. Kind of he used to like whenever this girl tries to say that these all different things, he used to bear everything. He used to tolerate everything. So all these different tolerations, these people's dialogues and all together, it was completely a 3 hour pure comedy for the audience. Okay, so with this film, everybody has noted Savitri not only just like a serious actress, but also kind of an actress who can also make comedy. Savitri was adored for the matchless ease in expression. Meena Kumari, the heroine of Hindu film, said, "When I watch Savitri acting, I usually get doubts about my own acting. Her strikingly expressive eyes and her superb sense of timing made her one of the greatest actresses." So here we can see Savitri was adored for the matchless ease in expression. That means she was appreciated by almost all the people. So Meena Kumari, she is the heroine of Hindi films. So she said, whenever I watch the acting of Savitri, I get doubts about my acting. Okay. And here we can see her striking eyes and her superb experience, this timing and all, altogether made her the greatest actress. And Amitabh Bachchan also appreciated her. He said, Savitri was one of the first actresses with unbelievable spontaneity. Spontaneity in the sense like the dialogues which she can do. at a single take. Okay, all of a sudden. So Amitabh Bachchan has also appreciated her. Maya Bazar is another film. See, this Maya Bazar we had in reading B. Okay, so Maya Bazar is another film that brought fame to Savitri. She played the role of Seshireka in that. Okay, she was the heroine, recollecting the 16 Annas Telugu last clad in Parikini. The song Alli Billi Ammaiki reminds us of the rich Telugu culture of years in the sense like past years. So in that we can see Shashreka, who is completely in the costume of the rich girl. So in the reading we also we had seen that she had completely had worn the jewelry, the sari or the dress. It was completely rich. So there parikini is we call it as parikini or oni, okay, and different names. So that type of dress was the one which girls used to wear in olden days. So girls used to connect with that of her acting. They used to connect her with her acting, with the dress, with the type of style and all. Okay, so this reminded all the Telugu people the rich nature of the Telugu culture. Next, in the final part of the film, Savitri plays the role of Maya, which is not real, Seshreka, who is in the disguise of Gatotkacha. She walks in a masculine manner, imitating the legendary S.V. Rangarao acting as Gatotkacha in the film to perfection. So, Sri Krishna here actually comes in the form of Shashireka, who tries to lure this guy that is Gatotkacha. Okay. Now, when she, comes here, when Krishna comes here in the form of Shashireka, Krishna, of course, is always, little bit kind of masculine with the type of all bodily movements and all. So here the role was actually played by Savitri. Okay, so when she used to play that role, she has to just imitate just like SV Rangaro. SV Rangaro is like a tremendous actor again. Okay, in Telugu, he has like big personality. He is always shown as a character who is from the mythical stories and all. So she had to act just like him. She had to imitate his walking, his way of telling dialogues, his way of standing and all. So she has done exactly the same as SV Rangarao. Oh, Savitri. Now, the theatre rocks with laughter when Lakshmana Kumara, that is Relangi, is teased by Maya Sheshareka. So Relangi was also teased by Maya Sheshareka. Maya Sheshareka is actually Krishna there. So Krishna comes in the form of Sheshareka here and it teases everyone. So people used to laugh very well. She switches from the feminine to the masculine in the twinkling of an eye, and needless to say, a female artist displaying masculine demon qualities with a club in the hand has no parallel. See, if you look at that scene in Maya Bazaar, she had to immediately switch the characters from female to male, male to female, male to female, female to male. So her dialogues, her body, the language, the way of sitting, standing, everything has to be changed from that of a man to that of a woman. So this type of acting is not that easy to immediately change ourselves. And without even cuts, she had done that. You won't see different cuts there. You will see that she immediately changed from one character to other character, male to female and female to male. You can just understand how good she was at acting. So here we do not even have anything to say. There is nothing that we can say. So it is just like one of the best acting where the ladies would perform in such a way. Savitri gets totally involved in whatever role she plays. Chivaraku Migledi, this is one of the very good films, and she played the role of nurse in psychiatry ward. In this movie, in Chivarak Migledi, she was the nurse. Okay, so in particular scene, the nurse has a nervous breakdown and cries uncontrollably. So while this shooting was going on, there was a scene where the nurse had to just fall down and she had to cry. And the shot was over. Okay, it was very good shot. The director said cut. Okay, but what happened was Savitri, who played the role, could not stop crying. She involved into that role and she started crying like that even after saying cut. So everyone in the set had to run to help her and pacify her. The film became a milestone in her career. So this film, Chivraku Migilidi, has been one of the milestones in her successes because she lived. She did not even act. She just lived in the character. Next. Savitri was awarded the title Mahanati. With the same title, we have a movie Mahanati, just like a supreme artist. She also received presidential award for her performance in Shivarak Migiledi. The presidential award also was conceived by her. Next, the magnum opus of Savitri. It is just like the greatest of great Savitris. Next, she was the recipient of Kalai Mamani and Nadigyar Tilkam. These are the two awards from Tamil film industry. So Savitri had nearly 300 films to her credit. That means she acted in nearly 300 films. So her career was nearly 30 years long. So 30 years long, you can just imagine, like, if we just divide it, like for every year, she used to go for three films. Okay. So she was equally admired by Telugu and Tamil film lovers. Same, like if you go to Tamil Nadu and ask for Savitri's biography or her greatness, you would get the same answer that you would get from the Telugu viewers. She also acted in a few Kannada and Hindi films. She had a lion's share of the films when she was at the zenith of her career. So not only just Telugu and Tamil, she was also part of some of the Kannada films and also Hindi films. And remember, she had the a lion's share in the sense major share of all the actors and actresses who are there in the film. She used to have the major share. So she has become that popular. Her passion for films was so strong that she directed and produced a few films in spite of certain adversities. Adversities in the sense failures. She had some failures when she directed and also produced some of the films. But she continued doing that because she was so interested in the filmmaking. Now, Savitri was a humble artist. She was generous to the people who were in need. So, apart from her great acting skills and all, she was also a humble and a generous person. Okay, see, once she donated all her jewelry that she was wearing to Prime Minister's fund. So in the film Mahanati, you would see that she goes to that funding center with her daughter, and whatever the jewelry that she had on her, she just donated or gave that everything to them. So her rise as a star was like a matter. So she left the world in the year 1981, leaving an envied and unsuppressed legacy behind her. That means she was dead in this year, and before she could leave, she left all this greatness of the Telugu film industry to its viewers. Savitri is no more, but she is among us with her unforgettable roles. Of course, she is no more, but whenever you go to YouTube and just type for the Savitri movies, you would get it. Okay, so you cannot even forget those roles. Her versatility lives on and on and on. That means a different acting. Okay, versatility in the sense like different ways of acting. It continuously goes on. It lives on and on forever. Paying tribute to her, the director and producer Dasa Narayan Rao said, "Many artists are forgotten soon after their death." Dasa Narayan Rao said this. Many artists they are forgotten simply after the death. But remember, it is not so with Savitri. And he also said she will be remembered as long as celluloid lives on. That means as long as the sun is there, she her name will be remembered in the film industry. So all her films would amount to an album of life due to their range of themes. Okay, like it could be like if at all you want any child perfect character, you can go to one of the Savitri's films. If you want any young girl's character, you can again refer to Savitri film. If you want to refer to a newly wed girl, you can refer to Savitri films. So all different themes were included in her films. So you can just make an album for your life. They encompass human lives and passion, passions in their full diversity. So all those characters, they simply show the human lives and also passions in their own lives, like in their own characters. What is cinema? Is it a fiction or reality? Many people say many things, but Savitri gave a different definition. What was the definition? She said that cinema is life. It is not reality, it is not fiction, but cinema is life. And here she says life is eternal. Eternal in the sense forever. Life doesn't end. So is cinema because life runs through it. She also says life is eternal, life never dies. And also, cinema never dies because throughout the cinema, you can see the life of the people. That is why cinema also never dies. And Savitri is eternal since she gave that life to cinema. Savitri says cinema will be there forever because cinema is life. And we here are saying that Savitri will be remembered forever. She will be there forever because she gave that life to cinema. Okay, not cinema gave her life, but actually Savitri gave life to cinema. You can just understand the greatness of this actress just with this one sentence, right? So let us get into the glossary. Magnum opus, the greatest work. 16 Annas Telugu lass, that is an idiom expression to express, which means a perfect Telugu girl, like Padaharu Nala Telugu Ammai kind of. Okay. Lion's share, kind of major property, or major portion, major share. Zenith in the sense, peak, the highest point. Okay. So this is the lesson that is given for the reading C of Unit 4, that is the attribute. Okay, guys. So thank you for watching. And in the next video, we'll go through Unit 5, reading E, that is the storied house part 1. And in the same case, we have the storied house part 2. Okay, I will include all of them in the playlist. So hit the subscribe button here. Then you can have these all the videos one after the another. Thank you for watching. Please share this video with your friends. See you all in the next video.